Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Mayur watching your tech and coding channel, MyCodeWorks. So guys, are you excited to build your Java project when you learn about OOPS concept? So guys, in this video, as you can see that I hope you came on this video and click on this video by seeing this thumbnail, as we are going to cover blog application using Java OOPS concept only, right? So if you see the features, and we are going to cover the following features in this project, and these are something that we can talk about. We can add post and we can add author, and there will be comment section also. We can add comment, as well as we can filter the post by author name, right? So, and also this is something purely Java OOPS concept, and I'm going to share this code with you, and I will post the link, GitHub link, repo link in the comment section, description of this link video. We can check out from there, and we can mention this once you complete this project. It will be very easy for you, and you can say that we have completed the OOPS concept project. So it's not advanced project, but yeah, it's a kind of huge case of OOPS concept that we are going to implement, right? So let's complete this project and see. I have already recorded the video for developing this project, but it is very long. That's why if I tell you, if I show you, then you can see here, I like this. We have two parts, so it will be like more than one hour. It will be very tough for me and for you also to it will be for you also hectic, so complete 1 hour, right? So I'm planning to just showcase the things, right, how I completed and what I did, so it will be easy for you, and I will explain the things, right? So if you see here, it's a post, author, comment, filter by author, and all, right? So basically this why if I say about the project, right, if I say about this project, let me clear this. Okay, if I talk about the project, then I will tell you what is geek, basically what is post, right, a blog application. If you see the geek for geeks, right, for example, there is a G blog, it's a blog title, and if you see a comment section is there, and last updated, right, when we created or last updated date is there, and these are some description of the particular blog post, right? And if you go downside, then we will see that there is a we will see that there is a there is a author who created this blog. And if you see here, like button also there, we can improve this particular edit. This is something edit functionality, we can improve the particular article. And this is comment functionality, right? We can add comment for this particular post. And this is something next article, right? If you see here, this is next article. So if you are reading any article, any series, then they can post previous article, next article. If there is no next article or previous article, it will be empty, and if there is, it will display here, right? The same way we are going to complete in Java OOPS only command line project. It's not a UI project, it's a command line project, and we are going to see, right? So I will directly clear this, and I will directly jump into the our coding and project, right? So where we created the project, I will directly jump. This is the video that I recorded while developing this project. So if you see here, this is the project. Okay, if you see here, I have how many, if I talk about this directly, I will talk about this. Okay, so author, right? So if you see here, one file is author, and category, comment, post, right? So there are 4 files, which is something that kind of entity. If I say that it's an entity, right? Author have what? Author have like author ID, author name, and all. So directly jump into the author, and I will talk about this. And let's directly jump into the author file. So here is author file. Okay, now I will talk about the author class. So this is author class, and basically author class can have author ID and author name, author email also, as well as how many posts, right? How many posts, it's a list. Okay, how many posts he created, so it will be always a list form. So maybe he haven't created, he's just there on the platform, he don't have anything, so it will be empty always. If he have any post, then it will comes inside this post. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, we are going to I will talk about this as of now. Let me clear this. Okay, if I go downside, so as we just need to create the getter and setter methods, we can easily create the getter and setter method from here. Just right click and go to source, right? And here, from here, getter and setter methods, you can easily create, and constructor, 2 string methods, all are there. Easily we can create it from here. Once you mention this, or once you create the fields here, right, then easily we can create the getter and setter methods. Now let's go. So easily I can create the getter and setter method for the fields that I created here. So author have author ID, name, email, and the post that I created, and easily we can create. There is no extra things here mentioned inside this class. So I just created 2 string here. I just override the 2 string method, and it will just display the thing, right? So that's all in author class. And now let's jump into the category class. Okay, So category, a blog can have category, so which kind of blog it is, it's a technical, non-technical. Inside technical there will be a lot of topic like this, say machine learning, as well as web development, right, as well as kind of social media, or we can say SEO based things, right. So there are lot of categories we can categorize the post, right. So for that we have created one class, right. I just created the one class, that is category name, and inside that a particular category, how many posts are there, right, we can easily filter out, right. So these are some field that category name, and based on that I just created the getter and setter method for this. So we can create the getter and setter method for this, and let's talk about the next class, that is comment.java, right. So in this class we are just going to mention for a particular post we can comment out, right. So this is a comment functionality, and inside this if you see there are three fields, that is full name, email and message, and for which post we are going to put the comment. So we can mention these things while commenting out, and we can select the post for which post we are just putting comment, right. So as you can see here, these are just getter and setter method, there is no extra thing inside this, and I have created the constructor using fields here, and the twisting I just overridden the twisting method, right. And now let's move to the uh, post author. Okay, let's go to the post.java, right. So as post.java, if I talk about the post, so I already talked about, so a post, a post ID, if I say slug, if I say about this geek or geeks now, so this is something that this is called slug, okay. In post it is called slug. If I talk about this is called slug. But if I am not using slug, then definitely I may have this as a slash id1 or 1 2 3, like this blog, sorry, this is something. So if it is not there, then how we can achieve using the id, right. So slash post slash which post, first post index, we are going to pass the id, right. So maybe it's 1 2 3, whatever id we can pass it. So if you're not using the slug functionality, like slug is something that the title of this will be used with the dash things, so it will be easy for SEO and all, right. So I will just clear this. As of now here we are using the geek for geeks is using the slug, but as of now I will clear this, and let's directly jump into the code. As of now I don't have slug here, but we have post ID. Using post ID we can filter out, or we can just take particular post. And title, right, while creating a post we need title, right. We need title, description, author, comments, right. For a particular post there will be a number of, like this is something post, this is something post, a post have comment, right. So a post can have n number of comments, one post can have n number of comments, right. So that's why we are going with the comments list as a comment. So what it will be a list of comments, right. And let's go with the downside and category. So it may be categorized in another, but as of now we can put tags, in number of tags we can put, but here we are not using the tags, but it's specific. So a category belongs to one or more than one, a post belongs to more than. So I just remove this. There will be a category. So a post can have one functionality, one to one, or we can have one to many categories, right. The post may be a combination of two category, right, web development and machine learning. So we can have one to n also, we can have one to one also, but as of now we are going with the one to one, because we need to learn, right, how to go with the one to one and one to n, right. So if you go downside, number of likes we can add here, and pre-post, next post, right. As you mentioned there already in the public article, there is a pre-post and next article or pre-article. So if there is a pre-article it will display, right. If it is not, then it will, there won't be any data. If next article is there, then it will display. If there is no data, it won't display anything, null will be there, nothing will be there, right. And the same way created date, when we created the particular post, right. So created date will be always there. Now these are, I will clean this, these are what, these are the fields, or I can say attributes of the post class. I need to create the getter and setter method for this class, okay. So the same way we just go with the getter and setter method, how we create, and we can override the twisting. That's all. It's a very simple, these three classes are very simple. Now if I talk about the main application, this is something that will run our class, I should say, or the main application where we are going to run the things, right, and where it will drive through the application, right. So this is the logic where we are implementing the logic and all. But the rest all something that all just classes only, but the logic kind of implementation part and all the features that we are adding is we have added here directly. We are not using I have not used most of the like inheritance or abstraction and all, but it's a just normal Java oops concept kind of class and object we are going to deal with, and combination of collection and all, right? So I have created this blog application as a main application. So how to say that main application? We have main class here. Okay, we have main class, right? Let me do one thing. Let me and this one also, then it will be easy for me. Okay, so if you see here, I have created what post as empty. Just I'm initializing or just defining the post as a list, category list, and author list, and because it's a not a non-DB or just only oops concept project, right? We are not going to deal with the DB things, so that's why we are not going to store something that will again we are going to, once we run again, we are not going to fetch the data from DB. So it will be always whenever we run the application, the things will be empty only. So when we initialize this blog application, what we are going to do, once we initialize this blog application, do these following things, or we can also directly assign the new list here itself, no need of this constructor. So but we need this, let's go with this way, right? So once the blog application object is created, this constructor will call and this will be done, the initialization part will be done here, right? That is post initialize with new empty list, and again new array list, new array list, new array list, all are empty array list, right? Now we have these things to store the things. So post will store the post data, right? Post first, post second, like this we have a number of posts, so this is post list. And again categories, which categories will store category object, right? Category, and after that author will store author object. Inside that all the information is already interconnected, right? So now I'm going to clear this and let's go downside. If you say here I am just creating the blog application, we can implement this in any way. So I just go with this one, and I'm just creating one blog application, that is new blog application. Now we have object called app, right? So now we are going to, as we need, as it's a command line interface, right? Command line interface, we are going to get the input from the command line, and we are going to perform the things based on the input that user have given, right? So we need to use scanner class to read the input from the user, and we are going to use while true. So this is something already you have heard about this, how if you want to perform a infinite loop, then we can use while, and inside that condition we can put as a true. So it will be an infinite loop until unless you are not closing the system, right? So I just created this normal as a UI kind of command line interface. It's just interface where we are just things are displaying that first, if you select first option, show post, all the posts will be displayed. If you select add post, add author, add comment, add category, and show post by author name. So these are the features, and we can have n number of features that a blog application, a complete blog application. We can just need to add the methods and the options. That's it. Already we have given everything. Just need to add the methods and to complete the feature and whatever functionality onto it. So if I go downside, then you can see here I'm going to read the choice as a int and integer choice, the user choice, and the switch case I have applied here. Based on the switch case, I just need to pass the methods here, what method we have created, and based on that it will call the particular method. So let me go downside, and if you're not passing any of the options mentioned above, then the system will easily terminate, and we are using to terminate the particular application using system.exit0, right? So system.exit0 will completely terminate the application, and the while loop will be blocked or break, right? So now let's go with the downside, and if I talk about the implementation, once we click on the first one, how the things are there. Okay, so I will just scroll up and see. So this is show post method. As I'm passing blog application object here, the object that I'm passing, this is something that signatures, a kind of parameters that we are receiving. So list of post it will display, and if the post dot null, like app that the application or that the post, right? App have, if you see here app dot post, so this is a list, array list, empty array list as of now. If it is null, then what? No post available, it will display. Else it will display the post, whatever post inside this app dot post list or array list, right? Whatever post it will be there, it will display the one by one, right? So this is something that show post method. Now let's talk about the add post. If I talk about the add post here, so I just passing this the same parameter as a blog application object, and scanner, so that I can read the input inside the method, right? Let me clean this and let me scroll up little. Let me talk about this. This is the main to add the things, right? So if you see here, I'm just creating, I'm just printing out the create no post and creating a post. So I'm just taking the input here, that ID and title, description, author, right? So while selecting author, if you see here, there is just something that I'm adding a extra code for author. Why I'm adding? Because uh, as I need author, right? In order to create a blog post, author should be there, right? So I need to add the author first. Otherwise, while creating application, we need this one, right? It's required. Author is required. Okay, we need this one, and it will throw an error. Okay, right? So first we need to we can have, or we can handle things, right? While adding the particular post, we can handle if the app.author is null or empty. Then what we can do? Please add author, right? We can put a message, right? We can have that thing, right? We can implement that thing. So as of now, what is, I will add the author first, and then I will add the post. So once I complete the description part, I will get this select authors. So this is something what it's reading the app.authors, whatever authors is available inside the author list that we have added, it will display one by one. So it will display the author ID and the author name. Get the author name, because we have this one author object we are reading one from here, right? And once we receive the option, right, once we receive the input from the user, that is author ID, what we are going to do, we are going to remove one minus, so that like the indexing is something like we are going with the -1, right? I mean n -1, right? So it always start with 0. So while entering the author ID, it will be kind of 1 2 3. So suppose there are author A, author B, author C. I want to select this B, right? This, so I will enter 2 as an input. And so in order to get the data of this B author, I have to do 2 - 1, that is n -1, right? Whatever author I will select n -1 index, because it will be stored in the 0 to n -1 in the list, right? That's why we need to do is a author ID -1, right? So let me clean this, and if I go downside, the same way category is there. Okay, the same way category is there. So I will get the category index size of 1, and I will iterate through the app.categories, how many categories are there. And if you see here, C index, as of now I'm not using any ID inside the category class, that's why I'm just using C index. So index and dash and category name, get category name, so it will print the one, whatever category name, A, 2, B, like this category will display, right? So as of now, I will ask user to select category, so user will select the same one, so it will select the first one, and 1 -1. Again I need to do cat index -1, category index -1. So I will get the particular category as object here, CAT, right? So I got the category also. If you go downside, let me clean this. If you go downside here, that is something I am handling here. But what if app.post.size, we have method called size inside this array list, is greater than 0? If we have list of data or list of post, right, then select previous post, this will display, correct? Otherwise it won't display. So what, p index, same way, and we are going to iterate over the p posts, I mean app.post, the same way p index, p.get title, the same way it will print title in the ID, index 2 3 title like this, right? So I need to select the previous post, right? So I will select the third one as a previous post, so I will give the third and third 3 - 1. Same way here also I am performing the same way. It will go over select next post, and I will get the next post also here. Now everything we need, right? We got everything to create a particular post. If you see here, I will clear this. If you see here, that this line talking about the adding the data to the post list, app.post.add method is there. What, new post, and I'm creating the post with ID, title, description, 80, right? I think something author maybe, and category, and after that likes, number of likes I'm giving as a by default 0, as of now 0, and previous post, next post, new date. So this is the something whenever we create, that will be the creation date, right, of the particular post. So that's why I'm just using a new date as an object here directly and creating. If and else, okay. So this is something that if we have post, if it is greater than 0, if the app.post.size is greater than 0, then we are going to pass the previous post and next post inside this condition. Else, if you see here else, right, else part, then we are not going to pass the previous and next post. We are just going to pass null, because we don't have any data as of now, and then it will be passed as a null. What, it will be passed as a null. If you see here, then it will be passed as a null comma null. But remaining is same, but these two will be null, right? So we have handled inside this add post. Let me clean everything and let's go downside. If you see, post created successfully at last, right? So after doing this, post will be added inside the post list. So let's go downside. Let me clear this. Okay. Now I will talk about the add author method. So once a user select add author, then it will ask the below details, ID, name, email, right? And simply we are going to add the authors inside author list. It will say here, if dot authors dot add new author, ID, name, email, and we simply say that author added successfully. The same way we have add category. Inside that we are taking the same, and again I'm going to get the category name from the user and add the new category directly inside the categories list, array list. And if I go downside, another method is that add comment, right? So add comment basically talk about these things, right? What I need to get the message from the user, what comment you want to add, your full name, email, and select for select post for which you want to add the comment. So there will be a post list, right? There will be post list, and for which you want to add the comment. One post, second, third, fourth, like this we will get a lot of posts, right? So I need to just get the index 4, 5 post ID and post. So I will select that I want to add the comment for this second post, right? So I will get the index same like as we have implemented already, and I will just get the post here, and after that add a comment, create a comment object here. So how I'm creating the first name, email, comment, and next post. Next post is something that post, right? I already told you that in comment class we have post, right? So we need to post pass the post for which post you are creating the object of comment, right? Once we created the comment object, we are going to add in the comments list, and the next post we are going to set these comments also for the particular post. Correct, we are going to set the comments for the particular post, so that if you want to get all the comments for the particular post, we can easily get it. And that's what comment added successfully here. Let me clear this and let me go downside. And the last method is show post by author name. Okay, so post by author name, and this is something that filtering filter. We can implement a number of filters, right? So as of now, if you see, I'm just going to read the filter, what kind of author name, right? So I will just read the author name, and throughout this post I will try to iterate and if check if dot p get the author dot get author name. So first p have authors, right? P dot get author. Let me clean this. If you see here, p dot get author, first I need to get the author, and after that get the author name dot equals that whatever name I have passed. Okay, so it should match, and if it is matching, then print the particular post. Whatever post it will, like how many posts are there, it doesn't matter, it will print all the posts if the author name is matching for the particular post. So that's all for explaining today. And now I will just run this application and just see how it is working. Okay, I will explain the things. Okay, let me close this and let me run this application. So I will just click run and then check. If you see here, it is coming here. Let's restore this. This is command line terminal interface here, right? So post, add author, add comment, add category. So post by author name, enter your choice. So first thing I want to add category, because it's a non-DB, just only we are just running. Whenever we run, we need to add the data, or by default we can add the data. So while running this application, the data will be injected inside the particular list. But as of now, I will show you. I will go with the fifth option first. Enter category name. Web development. Input mismatch. Okay, I need to pass this as a 1 second. Let me run again, and maybe I'm passing string and there is a space, right? So I will go with the first, the fifth add category, and that is YAML. I will put YAML. Okay, and after this category added successfully, right? Category added successfully, and now let's do one thing. I will go with the author. Okay, I will create one author ID as 1, author name as MyCodeWorks, author email is myemail.com @.com. I will just put dummy data, it's not the correct. If you see here, author also added successfully, right? And after this, if I go with the first option, show post, there won't be any data. List of post, nothing, there is no data, right? Now let's do one thing. There is one mistake if you find, right? as there is no post but it's not displaying post not available. The reason is, if you go inside the show post method, I'm just checking it is not null. Okay, I'm not checking whether the post size is greater than or equals to 0. If it is equals to 0, and what I will do here, let me, as of now I will just run it first, and after that I will improve the things. Okay, so let me do one thing, let me add a post here. Okay, so I will go with the second option, post id 1, post title, this is just title. Okay, I just need to have input mismatch. Okay, scanner input mismatch, nest int. So instead of nest, I need to use nest line here. Okay, so let's do one thing, let me close this, and then it's okay. Let's do one thing, let's improve it, and we'll just use it here, else if. Okay, so I will print the same thing, and maybe this is and nest line, right? So go with the nest line, and description also nest line. Okay, so let's do this, and let's run it once again. I will just add a category here, fifth email, and the author, right? Author as a author id 1, author name test at the rate gmail.com. Author also added successfully, and add or just go with the first option. So if you see here, now we have handled no post available, right? List of post, no post available, we have handled it, right? And now go with the second option, that is add post, category id, post title, and something test, and select author as a one option, and select category as a first. Post created successfully, and let's go with the first option again. So if you see here, post id we are printing here, and title is not printing. The reason is I have used what, nest line. I just need to put as a simple one line. Okay, and if you see, this is just description it's printing, and the written by author and author detail is printing here. If you see here, the category id, it's I need to just implement the category name here. So a number of likes is 0, and pre-post null and next post null, and created date and all, right? So there are a lot of functionality we can add in still here. That is, we can add, did you like, after displaying the post, do you like the post, one method. Once we say yes, then increase the number of likes as 1. If no, then don't increase, right? And now let's do one thing, I will create one more. Let's do one thing, I will close this, and then I will remove nest line from here. It will be nest, and then let's see. Okay, I just need to run again. So 5 email, okay, and then category, and then author 3, add author 1, just email.com, and then go with the 2, post category title, just blog title, enter post description, and then select email, post created successfully, and go with the again uh, to add post, right? Again go with the, I will create another post title, I will just push TTT and select something, go with the author first and category first. If you see here, select previous title, right? So I will select the first, and select next title, I will put the first one itself, and post created successfully. Now I will go with the first, that is 1, okay, or I will add one more author, that is 3, and then author ID as 2, author name as Ram, and r@g.com. Okay, author added successfully. Now what I will do, I will add one more post, that is 2 3. Post ID title is my blog app, and then just go with the Ram, second author, and select the category as first. There are two previous posts, like we can select the two, already we have two posts, already we have created this a third post, so we can select the previous post as a 1 and next post as a 2, and we have already created the post now successfully, right? So let's go with the first option, that is show post. It will display all the posts here. Okay, if you see here, it will display all the posts here, that is list of posts, first title and the written by author, number of likes again and created, and 2 is something post, and this is something another second previous post, next post is null, and the created date is as of now whatever we have added. And if you see here again, created date and the next post, first post, it should print next post and first post. Okay, I think it's not added inside, or what? Post, next post. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's go inside this post, next post. Okay, so this is what it's working, and we have a lot of things to implement here. I know we have a lot of things to implement here, as I just using the twisting method, and we can have the customized printing application here. We have data, but it's not printing properly in the twisting method, so we can have show method, right? This one is more customized. If you see, just I'm using twisting method, we can have more customized way, and we can display one by one post, right? So a lot of features we can add here. And for today video, okay, another feature is, that is we have add comment. Okay, I just want to add comment here. If I just go with the comment part, right? Enter comment message, this test message. Okay, full name, test, email, and select post for which you want to add the comment. I just want to third, right? Go with the third one. I have added comment successfully, so let's go with the filter. So post by author name, I will just go with the so post by author name 6, right? So 6, select author name or enter author name. So let's go with the author name, right? So author name, how many authors name there? Test, right? So I have one author name, that is test, and then search it. If you see here, one author test, right? So enter author name, there are two, maybe 2 or 3 author name, the same I'm just created, I think maybe. If you see here, first one is test block title, another one is this, also created by the same author, and another same I think test block title, maybe next post it's printing on and all. And if you see here, it's also printing up. So I'm just able to filter out the all the post by just author name having test, right? And that's all for today video. I know we can have a number of features inside this. If you have any doubt, please reach out to me through comment section and put. I will upload this to GitHub, and you can contribute this application. You can add a lot of features to inside this, and you can put you can just take latest tool and just create a PR. I will try to merge your code inside this, and you can contribute as an open source to this application, so that we can make a full working blog application using just only Java ops concept, right? So I know it's a very lengthy topic, and but it's covering all the things, right, almost. So I know a lot of things are there to improve, and we can improve it. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and please comment out what are the things I missed and what are the things we can have, and we can add it later on in this video, and we'll try to cover more and more projects with all the working functionality. And we'll meet in next video. Till then, bye bye, and please click on bell icon and subscribe my channel, as I'm creating videos for you guys, as I'm hard working for you also. So please share with your friends who wants to learn projects and want to develop the projects using Java and OOPS concept he just learned, so they implement the things, right? We'll meet in next video. Till then, bye, happy learning.